A portable goal, but they'll need good fortune. So get set to calculate the fun, y'all, right here on This Week in Baseball. Celebrating our 10th anniversary.
To Mel Allen and This Week in Baseball, happy 10th anniversary.
This Week in Baseball is brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade is thirst aid for that deep down body thirst. American League Spotlight. In Texas, the Rangers ride herd on the West. Head 'em up and move 'em out, because the Rangers are on a roundup, winning 9 out of 10 games to tighten their grip on first place. No doubt about it, Texas is the surprise of the season so far, and opponents are in shock.
Long drive, way back, Kissing! Goodbye!
Fourth in the league in home runs, the Rangers have loads of firepower.
There's a drive, way back, tie ball game!
Texas trotted off with a 4-game sweep over the cellar-dwelling Seattle Mariners by banging out 42 base hits in the series. One of the youngest teams in the majors, the Rangers are playing the game with unbridled enthusiasm and uncommon intensity. More than enough to make a manager proud.
When I say I'm proud of the guys, I'm proud because they put in a lot of hard work, and they've had conviction that something can work, and that conviction has led to results.
Results like the kind reliever Greg Harris has provided. Averaging almost 1 strikeout for every inning of work, Harris has emerged as the bullpen stopper, and his 11 saves rank 3rd in the league. The entire pitching staff is spiraling towards success, and throwing footballs and warm-ups is just one reason why.
The object behind throwing the football is that you can't throw a football wrong mechanically and make it spiral. So there's instant feedback with every toss. If it isn't spiraling, you know that your elbow isn't as high on the plane as it should be, and you're not getting extension when you take your step. It's also heavier than a baseball, so there's a little bit of overloading, a little bit of strength building while they're throwing it. I've been an instructor now for 6 years, and I never had a bad arm on any of my staffs, and I think the football contributes to it, along with some other things. But the football is a real good device to help maintain strength and keep mechanics sound.
Tom House has played a very vital role in this organization because he brings a lot to the party. You know, he believes in nutrition, he believes in condition, and he believes in mechanics. Some of his ideas were traditional, even though he presents them in a funny way because he wears glasses. He looks like a college professor rather than a pitching coach. He uses 4-syllable words, and so people kind of get rubbed the wrong way, especially when you've been in uniform for a long time. But I felt that he was really going back to basics with every one of his thoughts on pitching and conditioning, and they fit in quite nicely with my program.
So does rookie slugger Pete Incaviglia. After a rough start, Ink's been hitting the spot, raising his average more than 100 points in 1 month to almost 270. Also 11 homers, 31 RBIs.
He got off to a horrendous start, 60 at-bats. He was hitting about 125, and everybody thought that he should be in AA or AAA working on a stroke, and he never believed that. And he came in while he was hitting 125, and he just said, stick with me, Skip. You've been with me this far. Stick with me a little longer. I'm going to be fine. And I believed him, but more important, he believed in that. And he does. He has his feet on the ground now, and he's ready to put together, I think, the first of many fine seasons.
The upstart Rangers just might be ready for the same thing. Next up, New York, where the Orioles took wing and flew past the Yankees. Baltimore bats were booming in the Big Apple, and that gave the slumping Yankees a bad case of heartburn, as the Orioles swept a 3-game series by scoring 30 runs on 41 hits to move past New York into 2nd place in the East. Pinella's team was frustrated by O's like John Shelby, who wrapped out 5 hits in the series, including 2 homers, and he drove in 8 runs. Lee Lacy held a long ball feast in the finale that took 4 hours and 16 minutes to play the game, the longest 9-inning game in American League history. Lacy accomplished what no right-handed batter had done at Yankee Stadium since Ben Chapman in 1932. 3 home runs in 1 game. Cal Ripken was rocking as he began the 5th year of a remarkable streak. Since June 5th, 1982, Ripken has played every inning of every game, nearly 6,000 innings over some 660 games. Mike Boddicker was streaking on the mound, picking up a win and getting another next time out to go 8-1. Don Ossie got 2 saves in the series, has 17 in all to lead the majors, helping the O's win 22 out of 29. Now let's open the notebook for This Week in Baseball's TWIB notes from around the American League. Milwaukee's Teddy Higuera, the league's rookie pitch of the year in '85, shows no signs of a sophomore slump. He's 8-4 with 7 complete games and a 2.18 ERA. Robin Yount is another reason why the Brewers are surprisingly back in the Eastern Division chase. He's made a smooth transition from shortstop to center field, and Yount's batting average of better than .360 was second in the league. Boston's Bill Buckner reached a milestone during a loss to the Brewers. On a simple groundout, Billy Buck collected career RBI number 1,000. After 7 seasons with the Dodgers and 8 with the Cubs, 36-year-old Buckner came to the Red Sox in 1984. His career batting average, .295. Cleveland's Joe Carter put together a 21-game hitting streak, longest in the majors this year. It ended against Oakland, but next night Carter came back with a vengeance, going 5 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Chicago's Joe Cowley found a way to make good out of bad and bad out of good. Know what I mean? Well, Cowley walked 5 Oakland A's in the first inning, yet won the game. Good out of bad. But previously against Texas, he struck out the game's first 7 batters to set a modern big league record, and yet he went on to lose. You got it. Bad out of good. Now, this week's quiz brought to you by Nissan, who invites you to test drive the totally new 1987 Nissan Stanza at your Nissan dealers now. 41-year-old Don Sutton of California pitched a 2-hit shutout against the White Sox for his 4th win this season, but career victory number 299. The loser, Tom Seaver, with 306 lifetime triumphs. Their total of 604 was 1 shy of the big league record for combined wins by starting pitchers in the same game. Now for this week's quiz. Name the 2 pitchers who set the record. Stay tuned. National League picture. In New York, the mighty Mets are on high. The Mets are making doormats out of the rest of the league, and Kevin Mitchell is a blooming reason why. The 24-year-old rookie was hitting near .320 with 3 homers and 14 RBIs in less than 90 at-bats. And he's more than proven his value in the field, already having played 6 different positions.
Ground ball, left side. Mitchell. Good play by Kevin.
Kevin Mitchell has moved over from center to left field.
Slider hit out to third. Mitchell with his first chance, and he handles it well. Fastball hit to center field. Mitchell back to the fence. He jumps and makes the play.
They told me I was going to play a little bit of left field, a little bit of third, but I never thought I would ever play short in all these other positions, but I can play every position on the field.
New York's top 4 starting pitchers play only 1 position, but man, they play it superbly. In fact, each member of the fabulous foursome has a real chance to win 20 games this season.
All 4 of the pitchers that we have, you're talking about Fernandez, Ojeda, certainly Gooden and Darling. I think all 4 of them, if things break for them, if they stay healthy and take their turn every 5th day in the rotation, they have the capability to win 20 ball games. As far as whether they all will do it in 1 year, that depends on a lot of things, but certainly the way our ball club has been going up to this particular point, I have to give them all a chance, and I think it would be a great thing.
Earl Weaver's 1971 Orioles were the last team to do it. Jim Palmer, 20-9. Dave McNally, 21-5. Mike Cuellar, 20-9. Pat Dobson, 20-8. So far this season, each of the amazing Met quartet has at least 6 wins.
There's no question in my mind, and the starts that they're off to, that they're very capable of winning each of them 20 games. The way the team's been playing, and of course the way they've been pitching and all, I think that they're all very capable.
I think we have 4 pitchers that are capable of winning 20 games, but as far as going out and doing it, that's another matter. I think all the guys have the potential to go out there. With this team behind them, we have a very good hitting team, so that helps. So with this team and their ability, I think that we all have a chance to win 20, but it's very difficult to have 4 guys do it in the same year.
Difficult, but doable for New York's Fabulous 4. Moving on to Montreal, where pitchers hit and hitters pitched. No sleight of hand or hocus pocus here. Just Expo pitcher Floyd Yeomans cracking his first Major League home run in a 12-0 demolition of Philadelphia. But if you think Yeomans was a pretty sight at the plate, you should have seen him on the mound. He only gave up 1 hit, and this was it. It was the first Major League complete game and first shutout for the 22-year-old righty, squaring his record at 5-5. The Phillies figured, why not have some fun? So outfielder Greg Gross came on to pitch with 1 out in the 9th, and Gross struck out the final 2 batters. Hey, that's not gross, that's great. But Montreal manager Buck Rogers knew all about that kind of fun, having called on second baseman Vance Law to pitch the 9th inning of an earlier 10-1 loss to San Diego, and he got 3 groundouts. Law has the bloodlines for the job. His father, Vern, was a Pittsburgh pitcher for 16 years, notching 162 victories that included a 20-win season in 1960. Now let's review This Week in Baseball's TWIB notes from around the National League. Bob Knepper, a big reason why Houston is atop the West. Knepper beat the Padres on a 4-hitter for complete game number 6, raising his record to 10-3, the league's first 10-game winner. In San Diego's previous series, Mark Thurman almost single-handedly beat Atlanta, going the distance on a 3-hitter, allowing only 1 run. He was equally effective at the plate, going 2 for 4 and driving home all 4 Padre runs. All the way around, Thurman was on the mark. Padres skipper Steve Burris was befuddled by a bizarre Braves play in the opening game of the series.
To the mound, going for 2. They got 2. Throw home, and they've got 3. A triple play. A triple play.
Atlanta's first triple play in 8 years, and what made it even more unusual was that it led to the ejection of Steve Garvey, first time in his 16-year career. Chub Feeney's successor as National League president will be A. Bartlett Giamatti, departing president of Yale University.
The 12th president of the National League, who will be taking office in September, A. Bartlett Giamatti, who will be known to you as Bart, I'm sure.
The reason I look forward to this so much is because the challenges and the issues that affect baseball have an enormous amount to do as well with what affects the country. So that while I look forward to the challenge and to all that I'll have to learn, I must say my own sense of excitement is equally high.
Best of luck, Bart. And now let's reveal the answer to this week's Nissan quiz. Washington Hall of Famer Walter Johnson faced White Sox Hall of Famer Red Faber on August 26, 1926. Faber had 197 wins, Johnson 408, to set the mark for most combined wins by starting pitchers in the same game. The Senators won 9-3. You know, fans, it's out of the frying pan and into the fire whenever big leaguers fall down on the job. must have been that hole in your glove. Or maybe baseball's version of obstruction of justice. Man alive, there just ain't no explanation for big league frustration. Just can't catch what you can't see. So see no more. Time to wipe the slate clean and move on. Now catch this. Catching magic courtesy of Major League magicians in the field. First, an A's ricochet off Eric Plunk to Alfredo Griffin to Carney Lansford. Ozzie Smith, St. Louis Cardinals. Don Mattingly, New York Yankees. For the Chicago Cubs, Ryne Sandberg. Bill Doran, Houston Astros. Texas Ranger, Gino Petrale. California's Wally Joyner. Detroit Tigers, Johnny Grubb. Cleveland's Brett Butler. Oakland A's, Stan Javier. The Yankees, Willie Randolph. Baltimore Oriole, Tom O'Malley. Detroit's Pat Sheridan. Kansas City's Lynn Jones. And finally, Barry Bonds with a bang for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's on to Omaha, Nebraska, annual site of the College World Series. This year, the University of Arizona faced Florida State for the championship. Arizona starter Gary Alexander was great, going all the way, allowing just 2 runs, both in the 9th inning. Senior outfielder Mike Senni went 2 for 5 with a home run in the final game, was named Series MVP, going 10 for 21 in the tournament with 6 RBIs. With Arizona leading 10-2 in the 9th, it was all over but the shouting.
There it is. Into the air to deep center field. Chuck Johnson is under it, and they'll be dancing in Tucson. The Wildcats are the champions of college baseball.
Way to go, Wildcats. Now, it's This Week in Baseball's 10th anniversary flashback, brought to you by Gatorade. Let's flash back to 1984. San Diego's Steve Garvey had a ball in the National League Championship Series against Chicago. The Cubs had won the first 2 games, but San Diego took Game 3. In Game 4, Garvey had gone 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs before batting in the bottom of the 9th with the score tied, man on first.
Pitch on the way to Garvey. Hit high to right center field. Way back. Going. It is gone. The Padres win it. In a game that absolutely defies description, Steve Garvey in the 9th inning hit one over the 370 mark, and the Padres beat the Cubs 7-5. Oh, doctor, you can hang a star on that, baby.
The bottom of the 9th home run in the 4th game of the playoffs in 1984 is my most memorable moment, simply because it affected the most people. The team, the organization, the fans of San Diego, fans around the country. It brought us even with the Cubs in the playoffs, facing Lee Smith, who was an excellent pitcher. 1 ball, no strikes. He went to first base. The test, Tony Gwynn came back and threw me a fastball up and out over the plate. And with his speed, all I had to do was make contact, and as soon as I hit it, as it got out there, I knew that it was gone, and it was as if time froze. When you accomplish something special like that, everything stops, and then by the time I got to first base, I rose my hand, more or less to signify to the fans that, you know, this was for them. And rounding the bases, I was floating. I don't remember touching any of the bases. And by the time I got to home plate, my teammates were there, fans were there, and something I'll always remember.
Especially since the Padres went on to the World Series. And that's all for now, folks. See you next week on This Week in Baseball.
Watch all the action tonight at 8:30 when the Tribe battles the Minnesota Twins on WUAB. The Herb Scorers Sports Show is next, right here on Channel 43.